Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, May 6th, and quite a grinding day up. I know me personally, I kind of fumbled the ball when George drew some aggressive on the ES. I did not take the trade, and then I was working on something else the rest of the day. So it's one of those days where I'm not going to have FOMO. I missed it, and tomorrow's another day. But I have a feeling
Tomorrow's another day.
George might have caught something. So how's it going, man?
I did. I caught some of it. So it was a good day. It was a perfectly good day. So since you're talking about the ES, let's start with the ES. All right. So first thing of note, I'll have to shrink my charts down so you guys can see it. Way down here. Keep going. Keep going. Here we go. So this big blue bar up here on the far left-hand side of our screen is the current move, the scenario, because this is how the market works. Like day in, day out, it doesn't matter what the timing of things are. The market works in series. And so when you get into these, like if you look at the size of this move, it started down here like 72.22. And you can go back to the videos that we've produced over the last, 3-4 days. And you can see that we just keep referencing this because that's the scenario that we're in. So it's not surprising that we're just moving up, although it is surprising that they're doing it as quickly as they are doing it. But this thing doesn't end, as you guys can see right here. We got a rubber band up here at 74.09 half. So that's when this scenario basically completes. It doesn't necessarily mean that the whole thing is done. As a matter of fact, there's actually another target. We're not going to get into it tonight, but there's another target up even higher than that. But I wanted to kind of give some context. It sounds like from some of the stuff I'm listening to right now that's sort of just out in the general space of trading, people feel so lost. They're like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Well, we're in this scenario. This is why we just keep going up. So just to give you guys some idea there. So let's go to where we began here. So I started casting. I put this back here. So I wasn't casting at 5 o'clock in the morning. I just put this back there, on the left-hand side of our screen so people could, again, gauge what are we talking about? Where are we at with inside the scenario? And then let's find a micro scenario that has a good entry point. And I'm always looking for the better price, always and forever. I want a better price, better price, better price. So let's find our 920. So here's our 920 bar right here. And as the market opened, I'm not really doing anything at all. So we're waiting, 935. We finally post this right about 925, 930, that, okay, clearly they're still wanting to go up. That's fine. This is the decision point here at the 45 half that they're going to have to get above. Okay. And then these are the targets. So once again, we're trying to find the series in which is the micro series inside the macro. So they say, okay, we got to get above here to get to this first set of targets. But buying up here is a bit risky in my personal opinion. I want a better price. So as we waited for a minute, right here at 955, I guess before that, 945, I'd posted that in an ideal world, we could come back to at least the aggressive to go long. And then I took it off. We had a has to hold below that because aggressive really is what it means. It's the most aggressive that the market will approach, to go into the next series because it could go further down. And I think it was like down, do you remember? I think it was like 73.20, if I remember correctly. So
yeah, it was pretty far.
Either way, we had that posted. Yeah, it was like another 15 points or something. So we posted that and it didn't take it. It obviously hit the aggressive pretty much bang on and it went straight to targets. So for anybody who's just wondering, however you get into your trade, whatever you're watching, if you're watching the VWAP, if you're watching ICT, it doesn't really matter. You need to know what is the potential of the market. Where could we actually be going if we hold, this or this, and that's it. And you're going to try it ideally at those levels to go to the next level. Obviously, we're clearly in this massive blue bar here, right? So we're in an uptrend, and we will be until this thing finishes. But this is what we'd posted. So the aggressive we'd posted was bang on right to all the first series of targets. And then as we teach in both the room and of course in the videos that you're welcome to view on your own, they are free. They're just in the description field. If the market gets above the rubber band, it has to then prove itself back out below this series of targets. So if I drew a straight line right across the targets, look what never happened. The market never got back down below there. So, once again, it's another place to try to re-enter or possibly add into your position if you added in at the beginning with enough size, but you've paired out or whatever. So it just gives you options. So all that being said, we then hit the second decision point. Let's extend this line all the way out because we haven't finished this series yet. So it's up here at 65.5. And this one is in part of this series, which ironically, I thought this was kind of funny. That rubber band also happens to end at the same rubber band as the big scenario. I like confluency, so kind of fun to see. But either way, posted all that. Great pullback, bounce, got back above decision point. We've hit, of course, first target of this series. We haven't quite made it to the second target, but obviously the day is pretty much ending. So that's that. Yeah. So that's the ES and Q. Same deal. I wasn't actually awake at like 6 in the morning doing this, 5 o'clock. I just posted this. If I scrunch my charts down, it was just a repost from back on yesterday's. You can kind of see they all just line up. It's all the same rubber bands, targets, and so forth. Just to remind folks, like we are still in this series. It's not over yet. And here it is. It finished, right? So this is a great kind of looking back sort of example. Right here at 6:05 in the morning, which again, I wasn't awake for, but at 6:05 in the morning, it finished the rubber band. And what did it do? It pushed above it. Great. Do you know how far above it it's going to go? Not really. Unless there's other targets that they've already laid out, then you really have no clue. So you're kind of guessing. But as it pulls back, what was this one? Was actually, oh, that's right. This one was the, where was that? I have to go back further. We had posted that one a while back. This was actually a target 630. I'll have to go back and find it. I think it's like 632, 633. That was a major target. So it happened in the early morning. Either way, so here's the same setup, right? So here's our rubber band. It's got to prove itself out all the way back below the final target at the very bottom, which clearly it never did. It bounced. Let's find our 920 bar. So there's our 920. Same deal. This thing dips. It didn't give a clear indication that this is where it was going to stop. So I didn't do anything at all. I just let it bounce, got up to our decision point, and then I posted right here at 9:55 that this would be the most aggressive with the has to hold further down closer to this target way back here from the last scenario. And once again, it chose to use the aggressive. So both ES and the NQ used the aggressive this morning. I took this one all the way up to this whole series, and I was completely out of contracts. Obviously, we are still trying to push higher. We've actually surpassed another decision point here at 635 for the first target up here at 869. So yeah, it's one of those things like come hell or high water, they're going to get here. They're going to get to 869, whether you like it or not. Kind of crazy. Questions?
No, that about sums it up.
Isn't this nuts? This is nuts, man.
Yeah, my 401k is happy. I'm like, maybe I should skim a little off. I've got a couple of things that are up like 150%. That's pretty good for a stock trade.
And you trim out a little bit? Are you able to like shuffle around?
Yeah, my 401k is pretty much just buy and hold stocks. But
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
some things like Royal Caribbean's up 130% since I bought it. It's like, probably scale out a little bit and then buy them back in on a pullback or something. But I don't know. It could keep going. Who knows?
Yeah. I would highly recommend it. Yeah, like on the ES, it's up at I think 478. Don't quote me on that. I think it's something like that. But if we reach 74, I think it's 78. I could be wrong. It's up there. If we get anywhere above, 74.40s, like I would be. I already bailed on all my Bitcoin. I took all of it off.
Nice.
Yep, I hit 82 or 81 half. I was completely out. I'm waiting for the dip now. I'll get back in later.
Okay, well, I don't
So
see
we do
any-
randomly talk about Bitcoin in the room too, folks.
Yeah.
It's very random. I don't really track it because it's just impossible to day trade.
Yeah.
You cannot day trade Bitcoin. It's just too volatile.
Yep.
But you can swing trade it.
And problem with the Bitcoin futures is the freaking commissions are like 5 times the commissions of like an NQ or an ES. So I've tried making a couple automated models work, and they do great until you introduce commissions, and they're basically flat. So
I use Interactive Broker, but I only swing trade. So I'm
Yeah.
holding positions for weeks at a time.
right.
So it's not bad. Like, yeah, it is definitely high. Like I'll still pay $15, $20 per entry and exit, which is insane in my, way of thinking.
Right.
But it still works.
Yep. Okay, well, looking forward to tomorrow. I don't see any high-level news. We got some on Friday, so.
Friday. Yep.
But plenty of movement. They keep starting and stopping the straight thing over there in Iran, so just be on your toes. Make sure you keep those stop losses on the chart. I know a couple guys that trade prop firms, and their stop losses, I blew my account. So I obviously don't recommend that, but especially nowadays. So
This is insane. You just like walk to your computer every morning right now and just click buy. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But
Yeah.
holy cow, like we're still in it, right? But here's like even the ES, like again, if we get above 409, that's fine. Actually, I expect them to. If they get above 409, they're going to go to the 478. I think that's what it is. That's what they're going to do. So we'll see.
Okay, well, we will see everybody in the room tomorrow. Check out the links below and come join us.
Yep. Have a great night, guys.